Hey, what's going on, guys? Nicholas Marsing here with another Vita video. If you didn't know, Tokyo Game Show just happened over in Japan, and I was pretty excited because they went on stage and they said, hey, we have the PlayStation Vita, here are some games for it, we're still backing it up. So that's really great stuff over there. If you didn't know, the PlayStation Vita is selling really good in Japan right now. They're selling about 16,000 units a week. In comparison, they're selling about 2,500 a week in North America and about 4,000 in Europe, which is making the Vita actually the second top-selling system in Japan. And there's a lot of top-selling video games too in Japan for PlayStation Vita as well. In fact, the PlayStation Vita is selling more than the PlayStation 4, so that's great. So they went on stage and they said, hey, we have some games for the PlayStation Vita. And the first to be shown was a new Danganronpa game. I know I'm getting these names wrong. But anyway, I played Danganronpa, I think Happy Havoc here in the United States. I played that on my friend's Vita. It was really fun. He seemed to love it. I have to play it. They said Danganronpa 2 will be coming to States. And then they said we have another one, which is Danganronpa Another Episode. So a lot of people were really psyched to hear that in Japan. Then they said, hey, we're going to have Phantasy Star Nova, which is another popular game in Japan. A lot of people went crazy for that. Then they said we have a new title, Samurai Warriors Chronicle 3, which is coming to Vita and 3DS in December. No Western release date for that. People were happy again. And they said we have a bunch of other Vita games, smaller Vita games. One called The Way of Samurai, another one called Luminous Arc Infinity, another one called Gundam, which is another popular game, a new Gundam game. It's not called Gundam, but they're all very popular games in Japan. The first two were actually new IPs. And then they said, hey, we want to appeal to women like the 3DS do, so we're gonna have some new stuff for women. So they announced a white and pink Vita model for women. And then they announced two new games, which is Love Ultimate and another romance RPG game for women. And you did hear women cheer out there, so I was like, whoa, great. And then the boys were just like, slow claps. Then they said the Vita will soon support themes. I was like, what? That is great. They also said the PlayStation 4 will support themes as well. But anyway, I was really psyched for this one. I was thinking, like, when will this happen? I'm so tired of listening to the same songs over and over again. It happened on PlayStation 3, PSP. Get with the ball game, people. And they said, yes, we're gonna support themes, downloadable, from the PlayStation Store. So that's great. A couple examples were shown with songs, background icons. They were all changed, so that's great. That'll be in firmware update 3.30. Then, lastly, they said, hey, we're gonna have some new Vita hardware models that has engravings in the back themed to Vita games. And I was like, this is great. And these models will be like the slim models, however, they will have OLED screens. So they managed to get the same battery life, the same slim size with an OLED screen in those models. So that is great as well. And they're gonna have 3D engravings in the back. So that's great. And then they said there's smaller Vita games will be coming out. And some other big Vita games teasers happened in like this video. They had Gravity Rush 2, they had Soul Sacrifice, they had Monster Hunter, Freedom War, something like that. They had all these great games coming sooner or later in 2015. And they said about 600 games will be out before 2015. And they said this isn't no indie stuff, people. And then they said you'll be able to stream the PlayStation Vita live with the Live from PlayStation app, where you'll be able to see PS Vita and PlayStation 4 related stuff. So this is great because you'll be able to record the PlayStation Vita. For people like me, I can finally record my PlayStation Vita with a high quality screen. That's beautiful stuff. And then there's some other people that want to like interact because you have party, you have all this good stuff, except you cannot record it or share it like the PlayStation 4. And that is now an option. So that's wonderful stuff. Good stuff happening in Japan. I was just kind of weirded out that this couldn't happen in the States. You could show that you could stream from the PlayStation Vita. You can show some new games that might coming from Japan to here. You could show the new themes on PlayStation Vita. Just something in Gamescom. But anyway, it does show that Sony does care about the PlayStation Vita. That's great stuff. My name is Nicholas Marsing here, and I hope you liked the video. You have a good one.